Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. They say it takes a village, and our next guest believes it's more important than ever that women support women in all that we do. She explored what sisterhood means today in her new book, Bows and Ties. We welcome 16-year-old Kavya Thakrar. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So the book is this great collection of interviews and stories. Tell me about how you decided to take on this project in the first place.
Mhm. So, in around 2020, kind of the peak of COVID-19, I was going through what I like to call a self love deficit where I was very anxious, I was very insecure, and it was actually conversations with female family members and friends, such as my mother and my grandmother, that kind of got me out of that spunk. So, that's kind of where the idea for my book blossomed. I thought if those female relationships and those kinds of bonds and sisterhoods could get me out of that weird phase of my life, I could only imagine what it could do for others as well.
What a great takeaway. Of course, so many people in your age group went through such a difficult time at a really young age. Tell me about your mom and your grandma specifically, how they've inspired you. They must be so proud of the work that you've done.
Yeah, thank you. They are, and that means the world to me because they have raised who I am today, especially my mother. And they kind of inspired me because their stories, being an immigrant and also coming here and just, I guess, experiencing life through their lens, it was really inspiring. It showed a lot of perseverance and resilience, and I wanted to kind of pay homage to their stories, which is why I also created my book as well.
Good for you for realizing all the hard work that they've had to endure, right, to give you the life that you have now. I think a lot of us don't realize that about our parents until we're usually much older. Tell me about the title. It's so sweet and such a nice play on words.
Thank you. So each interview, it kind of serves as a connection from one interview to the other. So the set of questions from the first interview influences the next set of questions from the following interview. So it's tying all of the stories together, hence why the title is called Bows and Ties.
So, how did you, as a young teenager, start reaching out to some pretty cool people and get them to say yes to this project? That must have been pretty daunting in the beginning.
Yeah, it definitely was a new experience. It was a little intimidating too. Basically, for the first couple months when I was planning out this project, I made a list of every single woman who inspired me, whether it be people I knew personally, people I saw on TV or social media. And it ended up being a list of over 100 women. And I reached out to all of them, and the ones that said yes and the interviews that were successful are the ones that I featured in my book.
So, you've got a total of 19. I think that's a pretty good batting average out of 100. That's not a bad start.
It's definitely more than I expected, yeah.
A couple of highlights I'm thinking of. Dr. Deepika Chopra, that must have been really special to connect with her.
It was very cool because she kind of offered more of a scientific lens on what optimism is. I know everyone kind of has their own version on happiness, and she kind of offered her version, one that she studied very hard. And it was really cool to incorporate kind of a sciencey aspect into my book as well.
And then another person highlighted, Casey Hill. Is that kind of the entrepreneurial businesswoman archetype that we can look for?
Yes, and it's not like she started a typical business as well. She's a Chinese functional acupuncturist, so kind of going into like the holistic side and combining it with entrepreneurial values as well. It was really cool.
What has been the reaction of your friends? They must be so supportive to watch you go through all this. It's a lot of hard work to put something like this together.
Yeah, so as I kind of was creating the book, I didn't really tell many people about it just because I didn't know how far it was going to go. But when I kind of realized, okay, this is actually becoming a reality, I started to tell my friends, and they were over the moon for me. Their support has just been amazing.
That is so special. And you've already begun to connect and kind of pass the message along to younger students. You've been able to present your book to younger classrooms.
Yes, correct. So I'm currently working with some schools around the Tustin Unified School District in Orange County, California, to kind of spread the message of not only my book, but also storytelling as well. I believe that storytelling doesn't have an age limit. You can be as young or as old as you want, and writing is truly very therapeutic and a fun thing to do.
Oh my gosh, I just cannot believe what all you've been able to put together. Do you have big plans for your future once you're done with high school?
I definitely want to major in journalism or some sort of writing major just because I think this book has really propelled my passion for this industry, and I definitely want to pursue it in higher education.
Well, you're right. Storytelling is so important. It connects us in so many ways, and we're going to be watching you and rooting for you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Okay, Kavya's book again is Bows and Ties. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.